What's happening, my friends? It's Cast Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Al Booger, what's up, AB? Mrs. Just Do. Salute Mrs. Just Do from the Just Do Boxing family. Stop by to show some love, hit the like button. Salute Mrs. Just Do. Showtime the guy, PASS, our friend from St. Louis, Missouri. What's up, Showtime? Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the Box Historian. Today, boxing lingo. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Story. And that's me, bringing you all that boxing history. Because boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. And how's everybody doing on this Tuesday afternoon edition of Cast Sports, the Box Story? Today, we're going to talk about the boxing lingo, because boxing is like a foreign language if you don't understand it. And I've looked up all the words and different terms that we use in the sport, like the alphabet groups that's talking about the different sanctioning bodies, things like that. The apron, part of the ring, back pedal, when the boxer is retreating, be first. That's all different kinds of boxing terminology we're going to talk about today. Talk about what all these words mean. Because, when you listen to a fight, the commentators always using that boxing language. And, when they interview the fighters, talking all the terminology. So we're going to go over that today, something I never did before, because we get into everything boxing over here at Cast Sports. Today, boxing lingo. 3 cards coming up this weekend. It's a Pro Box week too. So 4 cards really. Pro Box tomorrow. We got a card Friday. Chocolatito back in action. His last fight was Juan Francisco Estrada in 2022. The 3rd fight of their trilogy, remember? That was also Juan Francisco's first fight when he got in there with Jesse Bam a couple weeks ago. I thought Chocolatito was retired, but nope. Trump had told me that he was on the schedule. I didn't know it was this weekend. And then we got the big one of the weekend is Ron Bucenis. That's where the JBT meet and greet is planned around that one. And the drawing for the big 55-inch color TV is Sunday. What is that, about what? 5 or 6 days away? Yeah. Have you got your ticket yet? You only got a few more days to get it. You got people with 4 and 5 of them. So, they trying to win it. I couldn't get in it because I'm the treasurer, I'm the one collecting all the money and stuff. So it wouldn't look right if I won it. I might leave out of that meet and greet a little bruised up and stuff if I won it. People would be, how did Cast Sports win it? That's who we sending our money to. What happened to all that money? So I might have to sneak out the side. So I didn't get in it. But somebody's going to win it. All you got to do, you still got time. $10. Just send it to $ JBT Network, all capital letters. not JBT Network. Yes, JBT Network. All caps, and put the number 1 behind it. And you're in the running for that 55-inch color TV, you know? And you can watch that big August 3rd card, Turkey Al-Sheik's first card in the United States out of Los Angeles, featuring Bud Crawford, Pitbull, Ryo. That's August 3rd. Watch it on that big 55-inch color TV after you win it Sunday. The drawing is going to be Sunday. You don't have to be present to win. We're going to send you a cash app for $1, notifying you that you have won. So you're really only paying $9 for it because you're getting $1 back. Can't beat that. We will handle all shipping and handling and all that kind of stuff. All you got to do is wait for the truck to pull up and bring your TV to you. Got to be a winner. But you got to play to win. If you don't send that $10, then you can't win it. Going to be a winner. Less than a week away. 55-inch color TV. Okay? Watch that big August 3rd card. Watch Bud Crawford's first fight at 154 in style. But how's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. Still early in the week. It is Tuesday, right? Because this time is going by so fast. I have to make sure it ain't like Thursday yet. But let's preview what we got coming up this week on Cast Sports. Today is, yesterday was the punch of the week, was the uppercut this week. Pretty good show yesterday. And today is Boxing Lingo. Tomorrow, Wednesdays is always a show that comes out of a suggestion from somebody in the chat. And this week's show is brought to you by BVO Boxing TV. And it's going to be the life and career of Sam Langford. So we get 2 profiles this week. If somebody wants a profile, it's done on Wednesday. And then Thursday, the history of the state, Boxing in the State series continues. This week is the history of boxing in Colorado. Little history of boxing in the state, some significant events that occurred in the state concerning boxing. And we talk about some boxers that's from the state. Jack Johnson, the Manassas Mauler from Manassas, Colorado, among others. And then Friday is the profile that I pick. Friday's profile day. This week it's the life and career of Ken Norton. That's what we got coming this week. Another big week of boxing history. On Cast Sports, the box story. Not a his story and a box story. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, Thomas Hill can explain to you the difference. I got it written down, but Thomas Hill can tell you right off the top of his head. Okay, if he comes in here, I'll ask him to put it in the chat. And I got monetized, and I got 2 membership groups. The first, I got 3 actually. The first one is to put it in the chat club. Join that one. Or the second tier is Cast and Friends, and then the third tier is the Boxtorian Society. Okay, so if you want to become a member, just hit the join sign and you're a member. Put it in the chat club, Cast and Friends, and the Boxtorian Society. Okay, become a member of the Cast Sports family. Well, you're already a member, but join one of the groups. 3 tiers. But how's everybody? It's another week. Starting out, talking this boxing history. This is where the hardcores gather over here, All hardcore boxing fans. The casuals come in, listen for a few minutes, and run. Because they don't hear anything about what a fighter wore to the ring, who walked into the ring, and who's beefing on Twitter and all that kind of Twitter, all that kind of nonsense. We don't do that here. This is for hardcore boxing fans. We get into the nuts and bolts of the sport, Talk that deep boxing talk. This is JBDT. Just boxing deep talk. Okay. But yeah, we always wait until 2:30 because we got some of our regular participants in the chat. Like Lorna Lee gets off at 2:30. And since I said I really start the show at 2:30, a lot of people start showing up at 2:30 now. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But it's all good. It's all good. But we had some good boxing last Saturday too. Slick Shakur Stevenson. A lot of people still complaining about it, but the man is he's been in 3 divisions in his career, and he's been a champion in all 3 of them. We got some people been in boxing longer than him, haven't been a champion in any division. So, what's the complaint? They say he's boring. But, a pure boxer don't have a chance nowadays. Everybody wants knockout. A lot of people that call themselves hardcore are really casual. They're not into the sweet science. And then boxing reared its ugly head again last weekend. That O'Shaquie and Conceição fight, that was ridiculous. How did Conceição get the nod in that fight? I don't know why obviously they cheated for him, but I don't see what the advantage of having him win it was. He's not like a big pay-per-view fighter or anything. He doesn't bring a lot of money to the table. Why did they want him to have that belt so bad? Bruce Gass had a good theory on it. Bruce Gass told me they wanted to give it to Conceição because he's the easier one for some of those young stars at Top Rank to get it off of him. He would be an easier out than O'Shaquie. So yeah, it sounds just like the Godfather. Give it to Conceição so somebody like William Murray Tyler or Keyshawn or somebody can take it up off of him. Conceição would be way easier to take it from than O'Shaquie. So Bruce had a point there. That sounds like the type of nonsense the Godfather would do. But obviously, the fight was fixed. Obviously. I mean, Conceição landed 11% of his punches for the fight. How do you beat somebody landing 11%? That's barely double digits. And he only went over 10 punches. He went over double digits in only 2 rounds out of the 12. 10 of the 12 rounds, he landed under 10 punches. The man was in there swinging that air. And as far as being aggressive, you can be aggressive all you want, but it's got to be effective aggression. He was not effective, He was not coming forward, landing hard, clean punches without getting countered. He wasn't landing. Forget the without getting countered part. He wasn't even landing punches, And I've heard some people that, one guy's a trainer and son is a pretty good boxer. And I'm not going to say his name, but what he said about it sounds just like a casual talking. It was ridiculous. But no way Conceição won that fight. Just no way. But we're going to be talking about boxing lingo today. Yeah, Sam Langford is tomorrow. Al Booker. They always say he's the best boxer to never get a title shot, but he actually did get 1 title shot. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. Yep. He was in 1 championship fight. This is a Pro Box week. It's also a Let's Talk Fashion week tomorrow. Remo should be in here eventually, and hopefully we can get a preview of what's coming up tomorrow. 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. Let's Talk Fashion with Remo. That's our fashion channel. Okay. So if you want to know what a fighter wore to the ring and who designed his costume, tune in to Let's Talk Fashion. Okay. Not here. Okay. We don't talk that kind of stuff here. Okay. Tune in to Let's Talk Fashion. You'll get that. You'll get the fashion talk. This is boxing history and the nuts and bolts of the sport for hardcore boxing fans. Okay. JBT, Just Boxing Talk. The meet and greet is this weekend. Gonna have food, drinks, probably some smoke. Is marijuana legal in Pennsylvania? I know it's legal in Maryland. So, it's going to be BYOW, bring your own whatever. But it's going to be food, drinks, all that kind of stuff. I guess you got to bring your own smoking materials, But it's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The drawing for the big 55-inch TV is Sunday. Going to be a winner. We got like 50 entrants in it now. So, yeah. And you're contributing to a great cause, the JBT organization. The money is going toward helping us accomplish what we're trying to do over here in the JBT. That's bring you great content. We got a whole bunch of fire channels now, steadily coming in. Prison Talk with Tommy is one of our newer channels. The Angry White Men with William Old School of Rant and D1, Remo, and Let's Talk Fashion, the Unboxing News, Casual Corner with Aunt McQueen and Thomas Hill. We got the 4 channels that come on daily. Rise Podcast at 9 p.m. Just Do Boxing at 4 p.m. Hardcore Boxing News with Jay Hardcore at 8 a.m. and Cash Sports at 2 p.m. Okay? And we're going to be putting some other channels in these slots. We're trying to get it to where every minute of the day, the JBT is on the airway, bringing you that just boxing talk, and fashion. And Prison Talk with Tommy, bringing you his experiences, 20-something years in the New York State Correctional System. And now he's a very successful personal trainer. First child on the way. Great story there. And that's what we're trying to do here at JBT. Just consistently every day. Just bring you that great content. But today on Cash Sports, it's boxing lingo. Because like I was saying, boxing is has their own language, all this terminology and things concerning boxing. Sometimes you may not know what they're talking about, but that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to go over some terms, a whole bunch of them, and just say exactly what they mean. Some of them we know what they mean. Some of them we probably don't. Some people may not. And I got some slides, pictures of some of the terminology, And that's what we're doing today. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. And that card in Philly, Jerron Ennis and David Abenigin. Give David Abenigin his props, by the way, because he's getting in there with Jerron Ennis, which a lot of fighters won't do. Hard for the guy to find fights, but David's getting in there. Cody Crowley got out of his, because first, I think last year they offered him the most money. It was like 10 times more than he'd ever made in a fight, and they turned it down. And then when he finally agreed to the fight this year, then all of a sudden he backed out of it, something with his eyes or something. I think he made that up. Because when they were doing the press conference, he was sitting there. You can see his mind working. How do I get out of this? And he got out of it. But David Abenigin is stepping up to the plate. Been in there with Bud. And he's probably going to get beat up pretty bad Saturday. But he's getting in there, okay? Conor Benn won't do it. Conor Benn and Boots are both Eddie Hearn's fighters. Easy fight to make, right? They both fight under the same promotional banner. Why ain't that Conor Benn getting in there Saturday night? After his last fight, he said him and Eddie Hearn said he wanted all the top fighters at welterweight. Jerron Ennis is at welterweight under the same promoter. But they are not fighting. Jaleel Hackett on the card. great young fighter. He's fighting Peter Dobson. That's a good test for Jaleel. Peter Dobson was the one that fought Conor Ben. Was it earlier this year or last year? Went 12 rounds. Good fight. So a good test for Jaleel. Jaleel will probably get him out of there. That kid. Once Boots leaves welterweight, Jaleel will probably be running it, you know. Brian Norman is there, but I'm not sold on Brian yet. Yeah. But the WBC elevated him to their champion. I would like to see him and Jaleel fight. Jaleel would probably take that belt up off of him. No doubt about it. But we get ready to kick this thing off today. Boxing Lingo. On Cast Sports, the Box Story. Tuesday afternoon edition. Early in the week, JBT Network meet and greet week. Going from Saturday through Sunday. We have a house up there in Pennsylvania where everything's going to happen at. Then a lot of members are going to the fight. You know, the Jerron and David Amnesian card. And if you don't have tickets, the fight will be shown at the house. So you can stay at the house and watch it. Okay? And also, Sky Nicholson on the card. Is she Australian? She's a great young female fighter. She's a champion too. I forget which belt she has, but yeah. Southpaw has that great jab, constant movement, have a great gas tank. She's fighting this weekend, putting her belt on the line. It's a pretty good card. Yeah. Pro Box Week. Let's talk Fashion Week. Thursday will be Colorado. Friday is Kennewick. The punch of the week this week was yesterday was the hook. What's the uppercut? The hook was last week. It was a pretty good show. Getting more and more likes every day. More and more participation. Upward mobility. That's the motto for the JBT organization. Upward mobility. As long as you're going up. Okay. I just got monetized. I think it was last week. Yeah. So see that dollar sign down in the corner. Yeah. And I'm getting ready to start a phone line. So around this time, you know, we're waiting on 2:30. People can be calling in and chopping it up, you know. And then, you know, when the subject of the show ends, like the last half hour, 45 minutes of the show, drop the link or, you know, put the phone number up there. But yeah, that's coming. The Cash Sports phone line. I got to get with Jay Hardcore. He's going to give me some assistance in getting that going. But it's coming. Upward mobility. That's what it's all about. So let's get ready to talk about boxing terminology today. Okay? In a couple more minutes. Still early. Heading toward that big meet and greet. It's going to be a lot of food there. And then, like I said, a lot of people are going to the fight, but the fight will be shown at the house. Should be fun. Jay Hardcore said something about it's going to be like a live stream going on the entire time too. You know, so you can come into the chat and watch the meet and greet live from wherever you're at. Yeah. So that's going to be good, you know. I don't know if the different channels are going to do shows or whatever, but it's going to be a live stream going on during the meet and greet. Yep. Okay, let's get into this boxing lingo today. That's the show today. Boxing lingo. Lingo, not lingo, lingo. But remember, still got time to get your get in the drawing for the 55-inch color TV. Let me put it in there one more time. Okay. $, JBT Network, all capital letters. Number 1. Send $10 to that, and you're in the drawing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pin it. Okay. I'm going to pin it so it will be there. Okay. Anybody come in? Oh, no. I pinned the wrong thing. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. I wanted to pin the Cash App. So if anybody interested can get in the drawing. There it is. $ JBT Network, all caps 1. Okay. 2:30. So let's go with the show for today. Okay. Everybody come in. They just will have to. Whatever they miss, go back and watch it on the replay. Okay. Boxing lingo. Now, the sport of boxing has its own unique language, okay? It's full of terminology that's used to describe the different things that are a part of the sport. And the terms can be confusing. So today, we will discuss some of the most essential terms that are used, okay? Let me get up here to my, got a little slide display too. Little picture. We're going over some of the terms. Okay. Now, excuse me. Let me take a drink of juice. Today's Tuesday. What's going on? Fighter arrivals or something like that? Well, Boots don't have to arrive because he lives in Philly. Ebenezer, where is he from? Excuse me, is it Eastern Europe somewhere, something like that? Is Bickerstein or something like that? Ebenezer. I know he's from overseas somewhere. So maybe he's coming in today. But the first term is accidental butt. Can't get my throat clear, excuse me. Accidental butt. Accidental butt, okay. It is ruled an accidental butt when two fighters' heads collide and the referee determines that neither fighter intentionally head-butted the other. Typically, both fighters are warned to be careful, but no fighter is penalized for an accidental butt. Okay. The alphabet groups. Okay. Those are the alphabet groups. There they are on the screen. Now, this is a negative term used to describe the numerous sanctioning bodies of boxing. WBC, or WBA was first. WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO. Okay. The alphabet groups. Okay. Amateur boxing. Amateur boxing. Competitive boxing matches where neither participant is paid, and most fighters are beginning to learn their craft. Amateur boxing. Next term, It's the apron. Okay? The apron. There's the apron. The apron is the section of a boxing ring canvas on the floor that extends outside of the ring ropes. Okay. See the apron? Yeah. Stands outside of the ring ropes. That's the apron. Okay. Next, back pedal. Now, back pedal is to retreat or move backwards away from an opponent while still facing him, all in an attempt to avoid an attack. Back pedal. Be first. When your coach tells you to be first, he or she is wanting you to throw your punches before your opponent. In other words, your coach wants you to be aggressive. Okay? The bell. Now, the bell is a type of gong used to signal the start and end of each round. Below the belt. That picture that's below the belt on the split describes it without words. Below the belt. A punch that strays low, below the waistband of a boxer's trunks. Now I always say, you know how some boxers' trunks are pulled up high sometimes, and like Usyk that time, remember, he got hit. It wasn't a low blow, but he was saved by the referee because Usyk clearly, that's why I put an asterisk by everything Usyk did after that fight, because he clearly lost the fight. He was hit with a legal punch, and he couldn't recover from it by the 10th count, but the referee called it a low blow, enabling him to recover, and he went on to win. But Usyk really, in my opinion, lost that fight. So everything he does, two-time undisputed, all of that has an asterisk by it for me because he clearly lost. Now, amateurs wear that white band around their waist, and all of them wear it in the same area where the referee knows. Anything below that is a low blow. The pros need to do that because some of them had the boxers, the trunks pulled all up in the chest, right? They all should wear that white band where in the same area where the referee knows it's a low blow, like the amateurs do. They really need that. That's something the professional would take away from the amateur ranks. Okay? Because a lot of times it's really not a low blow because they got the trunks pulled up too high. Like Usyk, clearly wasn't a low blow. Next term is bleeder. A bleeder. There's a bleeder. A boxer who gets cut easily. Okay. Below the belt, same thing as the low blow. A punch that strays low below the waistband of a boxer's trunks. Like that one. Okay, same thing. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I did. Excuse me. I went the wrong way. I'm sorry. With bleeder. Bob and weave should have been next. No, blow by blow. Blow by blow is next. You know, these are the type of guys that do the blow by blow right there. A detailed description used by broadcasters to describe the action as it unfolds in the ring. Okay, blow by blow. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Side to side and rolling movements that are used as defense to avoid punches. Heavyweight fighter Joe Frazier is a classic example of someone who used the bob and weave defense to perfection. Yep, Smoking Joe. There he is. Used the bob and weave very well. Joe Frazier did, yeah. Body work. Okay, body work. Do it for a minute. There's some body work right there. Body work. Body work is an offensive method of attack that is targeted towards an opponent's midsection with the intent of wearing him down or knocking the wind out of them. Body work. That's a good body punch right there. See it? Next is the old bolo punch. The old bolo punch. There's the bolo punch right there. Sugar Ray Leonard. And the Roberto Duran. Sugar Ray Leonard Duran too. That's one of the things that made Duran say no mas. Okay? Because he wound up with that hand, but he hit him with the other one. Bolo punch. Typically used to distract an opponent. That's exactly what Sugar Ray did with it. Typically used to distract an opponent. It is a punch that is thrown in a circular motion and is a hook combined with an uppercut. Bolo means machete in the Filipino language. Mercurio Flores was the first fighter to have reportedly used the bolo punch, but it became more popular and is more commonly associated with Kid Gavilan and Sugar Ray Leonard. That's Sugar Ray Leonard using it right there. The bolo punch. Okay? Bout. A word used to describe a boxing match. Bout. B-O-U-T. B-O-U-T. All right. A brawler. That's a brawler on the right. Marco Madonna. That was the Floyd Mayweather fight. Marco Madonna. 1 or 2. I don't know which one it was, but that's a perfect example of a brawler. Marcus Madonna. Brawler is a type of fighter who likes to exchange punches and relies on being aggressive and fighting on the inside. A brawler. Okay? Marcus Madonna. Perfect example of a brawler. Break. Break is a command used by a boxing referee to stop the action and separate the fighters. Break. We're just going over boxing lingo today. That's what we're doing. On Cast Sport, the box story. I cover all aspects of the sport, okay? You know, because when you see the two opponents in there exchanging punches, that's just part of it. That's just the end result. A lot more goes into a fight, and that's where I come in at. Today, we're talking boxing lingo. Next is canvas. Canvas. It's the canvas. Canvas. Now, although these days, the ring flooring can also be vinyl, boxing rings were traditionally made from canvas and were called that. Now, this is now a general term used to reference the floor of the boxing ring. Canvas. Okay? Let's move on. A card. Card. Okay? The card this is the lineup of fights that are scheduled at any given boxing event. Okay? It's called the card, right? Okay. Next, catch weight. Catch weight is a term used to describe a fight where neither fighter adheres to a traditional weight division, but instead have agreed to a predetermined weight at which they will compete. Okay? That's what, when you hit a catch weight, that's what a catch weight is. You know, neither fighter, they're not at a traditionally designated weight class. They have agreed to fight at, you know, a weight class near where they both usually compete at. Sometimes, usually it's a few pounds lower than normally what it is, you know. Catch weight. Okay? Caught cold. Okay, caught cold. This is a term used to describe a boxer who gets hurt in the opening rounds or stopped early in the fight because he or she was not mentally or physically prepared or warmed up for the fight. Okay? They were caught cold. A challenger. Challenger is a boxer who is scheduled to face a champion or the favorite fighter. The challenger. The champion is the fighter who holds the title, right? Next, the check hook. The check hook. Check hook. There's a check hook right there. That's Floyd putting that check hook on Ricky Hatton. That was the beginning of the end for Ricky Hatton. Remember? Check hook is a counter punch designed to catch an aggressive fighter as he is moving forward on the attack. This punch is thrown like a traditional hook, but involves simultaneously stepping back and timing the opponent as he comes forward. And like I said, the check hook works best against an aggressive fighter. Okay? Works best against an aggressive fighter. Now, what is a chief second? Okay, chief second. There's a chief second right there. That's Floyd Mayweather Sr. Okay? And the chief second is the coach or trainer who is in charge of the corner, right? Very simple. Chief second, the coach or trainer who is in charge of the corner. That's all the chief second is. Okay? Like, you know, Floyd Mayweather Sr. was in charge of Floyd's corner. Freddie Roach is the chief second. Robert Garcia is a chief second, okay? Derrick James, Calvin Ford, you know, the coach or trainer that's in charge of the corner is the chief second. Okay? Next. The clinch. The clinch. Got a lot of Floyd in it. That wasn't planned, it just worked out that way. Now, the clinch is a term used to describe when two fighters grab onto or hold each other to prevent an exchange or to slow the action. Now, one fighter may also use the clinch when he is hurt to prevent absorbing additional punishment or buy time to recover. Okay, the clinch. Where's everybody at today? Okay. The combination. What is a combination? So you hear it all the time. The combination is any series of punches thrown in succession, one right after the other, with no break in between. That's the combination. Okay? Contender. What is a contender? Contender is a qualified opponent who has worked his way up the ranks in order to challenge for the world title. That's a contender. Okay? The corkscrew punch. Corkscrew punch is a punch thrown in an overhand arcing motion that twists on impact It's intended to cause a cut. That's the corkscrew punch. Intended to cause a cut. Okay. Next, the corner man. There's the corner man right there. That's the corner man / cut man. Corner man is a coach, cut man, or person responsible for tending to a fighter between rounds. Okay. Don't have to be the cut man, just anybody, corner man, anybody that's attending to the fighter between rounds. You know, taking care of his cuts, giving instructions, giving him water. The spit bucket man, anybody that's attending to the fighter between rounds is the corner man. Okay? Any of those guys that's over there is the corner man. Now, counter punch. Okay? Counter punch. Counter punch is any punch that is thrown in return or comes back as a response to an opponent's offensive move. That's the counter punch. Any punch that's thrown in return or comes back as a response to your opponent's offensive move. That's the counter punch. Okay? Yeah. Cover up. See, I get into the nuts and bolts of the sports, okay? The things that other people don't talk about, right? But it's necessary to know. If you want to be a hardcore boxing fan. I mean, it don't matter who walked the guy into the ring. That's not hardcore. The outfit he had on, but this type of stuff, knowing the terminology of the sport. That's what we do over here at Cat Sports, okay? A lot of people don't want to know this because they are casual boxing fans. They don't care about this type of stuff because they just casually follow the sport. But this is the type of stuff that hardcore fans want to know, okay? And there's clearly more casuals than it is hardcore. They're over there where they're talking about who's beefing on Twitter or that kind of stuff, The latest thing Ron Garcia done put on Twitter, right? That's where the casuals at, This is hardcore stuff here. Okay. Cover up. Cover up. There's Floyd again, covering up. Cover up is a defensive move employed by a fighter to avoid getting hit. And he or she simply hides beneath and behind their gloves to avoid direct contact from an offensive attack. Okay? Cover up. That's all the cover up is. It's a defensive move. Just to avoid getting hit. Just like Floyd doing that. Hide behind your gloves and you avoid direct contact from an offensive attack. Okay? Cover up. That's what a cover up is. Now let's talk about this punch called the cross. There's a cross right there. And that's not Monster. That's actually Monster's brother. Takuma Inoue. That's Takuma. Okay? Takuma Inoue. Throwing the cross. And what a cross is a power punch. Cross and uppercut are two of the main power punches, okay? And a cross is a punch thrown with the rear hand and travels across the fighter's body. The one that's thrown with the rear hand and comes across the body, okay? The cross. Now, what is a cruiserweight? Now, professional boxing competition is divided into weight divisions, right? In order to provide a more level playing field. Now, any boxer weighing above 175 up to 200 pounds can compete and is classified as a cruiserweight, okay? Any boxer over 175 up to 200 is a cruiserweight. Now the cut man. I just showed you a cut man. Where is it? There he is right there. Let's go back now. There's a cut man right there. I showed you the cut man when I was talking about corner man. You know, cut man is part of the corner, one of the corner men. Now, cut man is the individual in the corner who is responsible for controlling any cuts, abrasions, or swelling. We went over that earlier. What's it last year? Last week we talked about cut man. But the cut man is responsible for controlling any cuts, abrasions, or swelling that could negatively impact a fighter's ability to perform or continue to fight. Let me get back up here where we was. We were talking about the cross before that. Yeah. I didn't want to lose my place. Okay. Now you heard him talking about cutting off the ring, right? Now this is a technique that involves limiting an opponent's movement by stepping side to side, not allowing him to move freely around the ring. That's cutting off the ring, right? Okay. A decision. This is a verdict rendered by the ringside judges who determine the winner of the fight. This typically occurs at the conclusion of the contest, but can also take place if a foul, accidental butt, or type of injury takes place and the scorecard had to be referenced. So you can have a decision before going the complete distance of the fight too, right? There's certain situations. Like I just said, accidental butt type of injury takes place and the one fighter can't continue, the scorecards have to be referenced, right? But not most times it's, you know, if you don't get a stoppage or anything goes the distance, that's where the decision normally comes in, okay? Disqualification. A disqualification occurs when one boxer commits too many fouls or flagrant rule violations and is subsequently deemed unfit to continue competing. And that fighter automatically loses the fight. Okay? Let me find out somebody else that came on during my time frame. Just let me find that out. I ain't gonna be too happy with them. I don't care who it is. Especially if they're in the JBT. But let's continue. A dive. D-I-V-E, dive. This is when one fighter purposely goes down for the count or pretends to be knocked out, okay? That's called a dive. Bear with me for 1 second. Be right with me. Appreciate the people that's rocking with me today. You know, Passport the Box Story, where we get down into the nuts and bolts of the sport, you know. This is hardcore type stuff we do over here, you know. But yeah, let's continue. Where were we? Nates is down and out. Down and out. Oh Lord. Excuse me. That guy is down and out. Okay. And down and out is a common boxing phrase used when one boxer is knocked down and fails to get up before the referee reaches the mandatory count of 10. Now, I don't know who that is, but I can show you why he's down and out. That's why he's down and out. Mike Tyson got to him. Okay? He's down and out. And that's why he's down and out. Okay, why it won't change? I hope this thing ain't get ready to stop on. That's why he's down and out right there. Is it that Mike Tyson hook or that uppercut got him? And he went down and out. Yeah, we talked about yesterday, the uppercut, and Mike had like 5 or 6 of them in the display. I had like 30 uppercuts, stoppages, and Mike was in a bunch of them. Okay, Miss Joette in the building. What's up, Miss Joette? Today we are just talking about boxing terminology, Miss Joette. How are you? Good to see you. Miss Joette, one of the queens of the JBT organization. Salute, Miss Joette. Get a double salute. It's Tim Layton, hashtag JBT. What's up, Tim? How you doing today? Tim Layton will be at the, Tim and Mrs. Layton will be at the JBT meet and greet. Everybody got their ticket for the raffle. It's Sunday. Got to be a winner. You're going to win a 55-inch color TV for $9 because we're going to send you $1 telling you won. So you get $1 back off of that 10. And we're paying all shipping and handling. All you got to do is wait for your TV to show up. And the drawing is Sunday. We got like 50 people in it so far. So it's been very successful. But salute to Miss Joette and Tim Layton. Hope you're having a great day too, Miss Joette. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Well, I haven't been paying attention, I'm sorry. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, and Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more also in the building. Salute. Today is boxing terminology, okay? Because, you know, boxing has like its own language, you know? And we're just going over some of the terms, alphabetical order. We are up to these. We were just talking about down and out, right? And I was just showing everybody. This guy was down and out, right? Look at him. See him? Down and out. And I showed him why he was down and out. That's why he was down and out right there. You see that guy walking away from him, right? Yeah, okay. But the next term is draw. No, it ain't. Wait a minute. I'm not to that yet. Let me stay on down and out. Next term is draw. When all judges' scores are tallied and the rounds are all scored close, exactly the same, or balance each other out, the fight is determined even, with no winner declared, you know. And if it was a title fight, the champion keeps his belt in a draw. Okay? Yeah, Miss Cass, I don't think she's listening, Miss Joelle. But yes, appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day too, Miss Joelle. Where were we? Draw. Yeah, that's what a draw is, you know. And if it's a title fight, the champion keeps his belt in a draw. A duck. We know what a duck is. Dropping your weight down and under a punch to avoid being hit by it. But that wasn't a duck I was thinking about. I'm thinking about a duck. When you avoid fighting somebody, you know what I mean? That's a duck too in boxing terminology. Avoiding an opponent. 8 count. There's a referee giving an 8 count right there. See? 8 count. 8 count is when one fighter is knocked down or in trouble. Don't have to be knocked down or in trouble of being stopped. A referee can administer a count of 8 to give the fighter time to recover, or so that he can better assess the situation. Okay? So a fighter don't have to be knocked down to get an 8 count. If a referee think a fighter is in trouble or in danger of suffering some permanent damage, he can stop the fight and give him an 8 count just to assess, take a good look at the fighter, assess the situation. Yeah. But most time it comes after a knockdown. Inswell. Yeah, I talked about this last week when we talked about cutman. Inswell is just a tool used by the cut man in the corner to reduce swelling and stop bleeding too. It is typically made of stainless steel and is cooled by placing on ice. like to keep the inswell in an ice pack between rounds to keep it cool, because it works best when it's cool, get that swelling down. And it is then applied with slight pressure to the injured area to constrict the capillaries, restrict the capillaries, and slow blood flow, bruising, or swelling. Faded. Okay, Just Do Boxing. What's up, Just Do Boxing? Here comes my people now. Slowly coming into the building. Just Do Boxing coming up at 4 p.m. This one warming you up for the voice. We're going to get that good, balanced boxing talk at 4 p.m. Salute Just Do Boxing. Then we're talking about faded. Now, this usually refers to a fighter who runs out of gas in the later rounds, or who overall, in terms of his boxing career, is no longer performing at his best. So faded could mean a fighter during a fight, fading toward the end of the fight, or a fighter fading toward the end of his career. Okay, fading could mean either of those things. Okay. 8 count. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of where I'm at on my slides. Okay. Feint. What is a feint? Now, a feint is faking or feinting a punch. Now, this is used to make an opponent unnecessarily react or to gauge his response so that it throws him off his game or makes him commit to a false move. Or feint could be to see how he reacts when you're really going to throw that punch. You feint it first, see how he reacts. So you can be more successful when you actually throw that punch. A feint can be used in a number of different ways. Yeah, but it's a very important punch in boxing. And that's coming up because, on Mondays, I'm doing the punch of the week now. Remember, it was the uppercut this week. Last week, it was the hook. The feint is coming up. Next Monday is going to be the combination. But yeah, the feint is almost important as the jab. The feint is a very important, well, not punch, but a very important move, the feint. But I'm going to include it when I do the punches of the week because it's a very important part of a boxer's arsenal, the feint. Yes, it is. Fisticuffs. What is fisticuffs? Fisticuffs is a term used in the early 1600s. Combining the word fist and cuff. It was commonly used in reference to men engaging in hand-to-hand combat. It's still used as that, fisticuffs, especially out in the street, fisticuffs. What is a flash knockdown? Now, a flash knockdown typically describes a quick knockdown or brief trip to the canvas, where the fighter that went down was only temporarily caught off guard or rocked, but suffered no significant damage. He wasn't hurt, but, like a punch he didn't see got him, wasn't really hurt. Like, remember a couple weeks ago when Juan Francisco knocked Bam down? That was a perfect example of a flash knockdown. Bam wasn't hurt at all, but, he got careless. He got comfortable. He was piecing Juan Francisco up at will with his very accurate punching, and he got careless, and Juan Francisco got one in there on him. That was a perfect example of a flash knockdown. Yeah, not really hurt, but you still take your ass to the canvas, right? Excuse my language, but not really hurt. That's a flash knockdown. And Bam said he always wanted to see how it felt. He said, "Now I do, and it's not going to happen again." Remember, he said that after the fight. A foul. Okay, a foul is to break one of boxing's rules, which can ultimately lead to point deductions if it's repeated. Okay? What is a fringe contender? Fringe contender usually refers to a lesser known or low ranking fighter who is about to break into the higher rankings, but doesn't typically pose much of a threat. Okay? That's a fringe contender. Gate. Gate is the amount of money generated on site from the sale of tickets, okay? You know, excluding the pay-per-view and all of that. Gate is what's made directly from the people coming in watching the fight at the venue. That's the gate, okay? That's before the pay-per-view and all that come into it. The gate, okay? The gatekeeper. Now, gatekeeper describes a fighter who is not a threat to be the champion, but opponents can establish themselves as a legitimate contender by beating him. That's why Keith Thurman ain't fighting no more, because he would be a perfect example of a gatekeeper if he got back in. Keith, once upon a time, Thurman. Yeah. He's a gatekeeper / commentator right now. Not a fighter anymore. Mike Mazik in the building. What's up, Mike? How are you today? I was wondering where you was at, Mike. But he's here now. Mike Mazik usually beats me into the building. Salute Mike Mazik. We are talking about boxing terminology today. Let's see. Yeah. Mazyck. I know how to spell Mazik. I can spell it without looking at his name now. Okay. We did gatekeeper, you know. Friends, gatekeeper is a contender that not a threat to be the champion, but if you beat a gatekeeper, you know, up and coming fighter, just leave like a fighter between prospect and contender status, right in that range, can beat a gatekeeper. You know, that's a big win for them, you know. Establish themselves as a legitimate contender. When you're leaving prospect status, you like to fight gatekeepers at that point that will establish you as a legitimate contender, right? Gatekeeper. What Keith Thurman would be if he got back in the ring. Get off. This refers to a fighter's ability to let his hands go or throw uninhibited to mount an effective offensive attack. Get off. Okay. I'm getting ready to be bad now. Glass jaw. Glass jaw. That's Amir Khan. I know I'm being bad. Glass jaw. And I put Amir Khan up there. A negative term used to describe a fighter who can't take a punch, who gets knocked out easily, or has a questionable chin. And Amir Khan, I thought he was a good example of a glass jaw. I'm sorry, Amir. Anybody in here that's Amir Khan support. But he did have a glass jaw. I thought he did. Sorry, Amir. Go the distance. Go the distance just means to fight to the final bell or the duration of entire fight. You know, don't have a knockout or nothing. Like a non-Tank Davis fight. You know, go the distance. That's the definition. A non-Tank Davis fight. Go the distance. Go to the body. There's a guy going to the body right there. Good body shot. Go to the body is an offensive strategy focused on attacking the midsection or abdominal region, as opposed to concentrating on the head as a fighter's target. Yeah. Okay. Go to the cards. Again, a non-Tank Davis fight. An occurrence when neither fighter is knocked out or stopped. The decision as to who won the fight is made by assigned judges who have scored each round as the fight has progressed. And those three judges that did that on Shaq Conceicao fight, they should never judge another fight. Never. Because that was ridiculous. We talked about this for governing bodies. That's the same thing as the alphabet groups. Governing bodies. The organization who dictates the rules of each fight and sanctions or approves the fights. You know, one of those. WBA, WBC, IBO, or the WBO. Okay? Yeah, those are the governing bodies, sanctioning bodies, alphabet groups, Yeah, those four. We have some minor ones too, but those are the big four there. Those are the ones when you have one of those titles, you know. Oh, you been here, Mike? I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't see you. Mike Mazik been in the building. Okay. Sorry about that, Mike. I should have known that. Yeah. Mike Mazik. Salute Mike Mazik. Okay. Next is the growing protector. There's a growing protector right there. And it's just a type of protective gear that is typically made of fabric and foam and fits around a fighter's waist to protect his hips, upper abdomen, and groin area to guard against punches that accidentally land below the belt. Hand wraps. This picture's not too good of a picture here. But there's a guy wrapping his own hand, see him? Kind of blocked by my title, but you can see the wrap. Hand wraps. You don't do that too often, wrap your own hand. Now, in order to protect their fists in training and sparring, fighters wrap their hands in tape, gauze, or cotton bandages that have specifically been designed for boxing. The haymaker. Haymaker. What is a haymaker? Okay. 3:15. No way, man. I just got on here like 10 minutes ago. I thought it was like 2:45. Damn. I got a lot more to go. Man. Haymaker is a desperation punch thrown with full force and with the intent to knock an opponent out. Just look at a Rolly fight. You'll see plenty of haymakers. Most of them don't land, but you'll see plenty of them. Look at a Rolly Romero fight, okay? You want to see some haymakers. Headbutt. When two fighters' heads collide or come together, this occasionally happens by accident, or is sometimes employed as a blatant foul. Head hunting, a term used to describe a boxer who focuses most of his attention on striking his opponent in the face and head, thereby ignoring the body punching. Yeah. Now, heavyweight. Heavyweight is over 200. Heavyweight is like unlimited. Over 200 pounds. The hook. The hook was last week, wasn't it? Did a punch of the week last week? No, it was the counter punch. But we've done the hook. The hook. There's a guy throwing a hook right there. Right hook. The hook is thrown with the lead or front hand and is delivered in a semicircular pattern. The hook is executed by leading with your front hand, bringing your elbow up and rotating the front side of your body in a similar motion as slamming a door. It is meant to reach beyond your opponent's guard and make contact with the side of the head or the chin. I don't have a whole lot more to go, so we'll make it. Might even have some link time. Infighting. Yeah, we'll make it. Let's get to like the last part of the alphabet. There wasn't a whole bunch of them. Let's talk fashion. Remo. Yeah, we're going to have some link time. We might get a heads up on tomorrow's Let's Talk Fashion, aka Remo. Hashtag JBT. What's up, Let's Talk Fashion? We are talking about boxing lingo today. And where are we? Infighting. Did we talk about infighting? No. Infighting is also called inside fighting, or exchanging punches at close range. Then the jab. We talked about the jab before. There's a jab, right jab. And the jab is just a punch that is thrown with your front hand and delivered straight at your opponent. It should be the centerpiece of any boxing offense. A good jab is essential, okay, to success in our sport. A good jab, okay? Now, what is a journeyman? Okay, a journeyman It's a term that means a fighter who is always in the game, but not typically in title contention. A journeyman is used by up-and-coming fighters to test their skills, like something like what was the other one? I forgot. But it's used by up-and-coming fighters to test their skills, right? And in many cases, gain a recognizable win over a name on their record. Journeymen are constantly on their own journey, never arriving in part of a future champion's journey to notoriety. Gatekeeper. Journeyman is similar to gatekeeper, right? So if Keith Thurman got back in the ring, he would be either a gatekeeper or journeyman, probably both. Okay, Keith Thurman. Now, knockout or KO. No. Knock down first. Knock down. This is a knockdown right here. Okay? Knock down is when an opponent is struck and falls to the ring floor, or when his glove or knee touches the canvas after being hit, right? Any part of that body other than the feet touch the canvas, it's a knockdown. Any part of the body other than the feet, it's a knockdown. Now that's a knockdown right there on the screen. This is a knockout. Oh man, it's hidden a little bit by my name. Yeah, Manny was gone. You can see his feet. It's way up there. I can't get it out. Could have pinned it. But yeah, you can see his feet. But anyway, a knockout is if a fighter is rendered unconscious, cannot stand after being knocked down, or it is unable to continue for any reason under their physical control by the count of 10, he or she will be considered knocked out and loses the fight. Okay. The lead right. Lead right. Yeah, we're going to get it in. We're going to get it in. A lead right is delivered in place of the lead jab, but it's harder to execute because it has to travel across the distance of a fighter's body to land. So the lead right has to be thrown quickly and catch your opponent off guard. Okay. Light flyweight, that's what is that, 108? 108 to 112. 108 to 112 is light flyweight. You know, those weight classes down there are very close together. Light heavyweight, that's 160, over 168 and below 175. Light middleweight, that's over 147. No, between 154 and 160, right? No. Light middleweight is between 147 and 154, I guess. What is junior middleweight, everybody? I'm getting mixed up here. Yeah, 140, over 147, below 154, right? Junior middleweight limit is 154. Light welterweight is between 135 and 140. Right? Yeah. Thomas Hill in the building. What's up, Thomas Hill? What's going on today? Where everybody been? Taking a nap or something? Y'all have missed the whole show. Yeah. What's up, T Hill? Good to see you. Hashtag JBT. Let's Talk Fashion Remo is hashtag JBT too. Everybody in here is hashtag JBT. Everybody don't put it behind the name, but everybody is JBT that's in it. Okay? Yeah, lineal champion. Now, what is a lineal champion? Now, lineal champion is when a fighter wins the title from the fighter who won the title, and it has been passed down through a direct line of champion. It is in essence the man who beat the man. Okay, lineal champion is passed down through a direct line of champions. Okay, you with a fighter who wins the title from the fighter who won the title. Understand that? Passed down the line. Like if I beat Remo and then Thomas Hill come along and beat me, Thomas Hill is a lineal champion because he beat the man that beat the man. Remo was champion. I beat Remo. I'm champion. Thomas Hill comes along and beat me. He's a lineal champion. He beat the man that beat the man. That's lineal champion. Okay. Now somebody just like Boots just was elevated to champion. And if Avenesian beats Boots this weekend, he is not the lineal champion because Boots didn't beat the champion to get the belt. Understand what I'm saying? You got to beat the man that beat the man to be lineal champion. Lineal, passed down the line. That's what a lineal champion is. I probably confuse everybody, but that's what it is. The man that beat the man. You have to beat a champion that got the belt by beating a champion. That's lineal, okay? Yeah. Low blow. Low blow. Self-explanatory. And it's just any punch that is thrown or strays below the waistband of a boxer's trunks. It can also be an imaginary line at the base of the midsection where the referee deemed illegal. Now, you know how those amateurs with that white strip around their waist, and it's all in the same spot. It can't be lower or higher. It's in the same spot on the body, and anything below that is a low blow. The professionals need to do that. Because some of them had the trunks all pulled up in their chest, right? Like Usyk, like I was saying. Anything Usyk does for me has an asterisk by it. That becoming two-time undisputed has an asterisk by it. Because Usyk was beaten in that fight when that referee gave him all that time to recover. It was a legal blow and Usyk was out. He could not have recovered in the 10 count. He lost that title. So anything he does after that has an asterisk for me. That two-time undisputed has an asterisk by it because Usyk lost that belt and the referee helped him out. They should take that from the amateurs, put that white strip around there in the same spot. So anything below it is a low blow. But some fighters, the referee got to say, this is a low blow, here, there. No, put that white strip like the amateurs got. And if you get stray below that, it's low. Okay? That's what that white strip going around the amateurs' trunks, that's what that's for. And it's in the same area on every fighter. Anything below it is low. The referee don't have to sit there and say, below this, no, your trunks are high. No, don't have to do that. But anything, Usyk, everything he does has an asterisk by it for me because he was beaten. And the referee clearly helped him out in that fight, man. Okay? That was a legal blow, and he was out. He wasn't going to recover in 10 seconds. But low blow. Main event. Main event is the fight at the top of a fight card. Like Boots and David Avenesian is the main event. Chocolatito is the main event Friday. Everybody know Chocolatito fighting Friday? Yep. Roman Gonzalez is back in action. Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? Everybody rolling in here now. Let's salute RP. Boxing Lingo today. Hope everybody enjoying it. Tomorrow is the life and career of Sam Langford, brought to you by BBO Boxing TV. I'm doing a profile on Wednesday because it was taken out of the chat. BBO Boxing TV suggested it, so that's tomorrow. And they say Sam Langford is the best fighter to never get a title shot. But he actually did get a title shot. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. What is a mauler? Brawler is used to describe a fighter who likes to fight wildly on the inside and use roughhouse tactics to nullify their opponents off effectiveness. You could call Marcos Madonna a mauler, okay? Marcos Madonna, former, I think it was from Argentina. Yeah, he was a mauler. Yep. Majority decision. Oh, this time is flying. Majority, but we're going to make it. Don't have that many more. Majority decision is awarded by the majority of the judges. When 2 of the 3 judges scored for one fighter, and the third judge scores a draw, it's a majority decision. Okay. A majority draw. When 2 of the 3 judges score the fight as a draw, and the third judge gives it to one of the fighters. A middleweight is any boxer 160. Between 154 and 160, that's a middleweight. Minimum weight is 105. Okay. 105 to 108, minimum weight. A mouse is a bump, ice or isolated area of swelling on a fighter's face. Mouth guard, there's a mouth guard right there. Just a piece of protective equipment that's constructed of a dense rubber material molded to a fighter's mouth to protect his teeth, gums, and jaw from injury. Okay. What is the neutral corner? The neutral corner is, now each of the 2 fighters are assigned a red or blue corner, right? And there are 2 white corners of the ring remaining, and they are the neutral corners, right? Neither fighter's cornermen are stationed in the white corners. So that's where a fighter is sent if he knocks the other fighter down. And they stay there while the count is administered to the referee. So the neutral corner, knock a fighter down, whichever one of those white corners is closer, that's where the referee sends the fighter that scored the knockdown. Okay, while he's doing the counting and stuff. Neutral corner. No decision. Now, when it has been predetermined by both fighters that a particular fight will not go on their records for a variety of reasons, or when a fight is prematurely ended due to an unintentional butt or cut, it can be ruled a no contest or no decision. Or something like Ryan and Devin, that was at a no contest. But I ain't talking about Ryan. On the ropes. Now, whether purposely as a defensive technique or he is forced to fight from this position by a more aggressive opponent, a fighter who lays against the ring ropes is considered on the ropes. Orthodox. Know what orthodox is? Orthodox is, I'm going to stop at 3:45 anyway. Wait a minute, I went the wrong damn way. Sorry. It is wait a minute. I went the wrong way. Bear with me. Mouth guard. There's orthodox right there. That's an orthodox fight. Kind of dark, but you can see it. A right-handed fighter or one who leads with a left jab and uses his back or right hand as his cross. That's orthodox. Okay. Outpoint. This is when one fighter outscores his opponent by landing more blows each round. That's what O'Shaquie did Saturday, but he lost. Outside fighter. Boxers who prefer to fight from the outside, typically behind a long jab from long range, are considered outside fighters, like a Devin Haney. And that's not meant to be negative. He is an outside fighter. Or O'Shaquie, the way O'Shaquie fought Saturday. Outside fighter, right? Overhand. There's an overhand. Overhand. Overhand is just a punch that is delivered in an arcing motion, traveling downward on the opponent. Palooka. Palooka is an old boxing term used to describe a fighter who is uneducated, who is lacking in ability, and or who is generally clumsy. Palooka. That's a new one on me. I never heard that before. Palooka. Parry. This is when you not only block an incoming punch, but actually redirect it away from your body or the intended target. That's parry. You don't just block it, you just redirect it away from it. Okay? Paw, P-A-W. When you don't fully commit to a punch and throw it without any real intent to land, but more like you are testing the waters. This is referred to as a pawing. Loma does that a lot. Sil Lomachenko does a lot of pawing. Right, T-Hill? Lomachenko. Perfect example. Watch a Lomachenko fight. You see a lot of pawing with that right jab. No, left jab. Amen. Right jab. Loma's a southpaw. Right? Southpaw throw the right jab, right? Let me stand up and see. Yeah, right jab, southpaw. Okay. Damn. Crazy. I'm a southpaw. That's crazy. Yeah, right jab. Okay. Peekaboo. I went the wrong way again. Peekaboo. Here's Mike Tyson. Peekaboo is just this style of fighting was attributed to legendary trainer Cus D'Amato and involved placing your hands high in front of your face, providing a lot of angles to confuse your opponent and moving your upper torso rapidly from side to side. Mike Tyson was famous for employing this type of style. Peekaboo. Okay, we're winding down now. Oh, BN Boxing News. Coming in the building bearing gifts again. Salute BN Boxing News. I gotta come up with something to do. You know, like Jay Hardcore hits the bag and KQKC things. I was thinking about turning the camera on and stand on my head for the amount of time that the super chat was, but nah. But I appreciate you being Boxing News. Anybody got any ideas of what my gimmick can be when I get a super chat? Salute BN Boxing News. Appreciate you 1,000%, bro. Okay. Salute to BN Boxing News, everybody. Coming to the building bearing gifts. Fire channel. We got a spot in the lineup reserved for BN Boxing News when they get ready. Okay. Now, Terrell Cameron. What's up, Terrell Cameron? I don't think I've seen Terrell before. Salute, Terrell. This is Cast Sports. The box story. Boxing history. Just all aspects. I call it, we get into the nuts and bolts of the sport over here. Okay. Everything you don't hear anywhere else, you hear it over here. But salute Terrell Cameron. And today we are talking about boxing terminology. And picking off punches was where we were at. I'm going backwards again. I did you, Mike Tyson. I'm going to stop at 3:45 because we're going to try to get a preview of Let's Talk Fashion tomorrow, 10 a.m. And anybody else who want to hit the link, hit it and come on up. But picking off punches is a term used when punches are blocked or redirected before they land. Playing possum. This is when a fighter acts like he is hurt or tired in an attempt to lure his opponent in and carelessly leave himself open while attempting to take advantage of the vulnerable fighter. Ali used to do this a lot. Anybody ever seen Ali fight? Yeah. He used to play possum a lot. What is a plotter? A plotter is a heavy-footed, slow fighter who consistently moves forward. He's considered a plotter. A point deduction is a point is taken away from a fighter when a blatant foul or rule infraction occurs. It can also happen after several warnings have been issued, such as in a case of unintentional but repeated low blows. Yeah. Pound for pound. This term is used to describe a fighter's skill level, regardless of weight category. It originated with and is commonly used to describe Sugar Ray Robinson, whose skill in overall ring generalship would translate into and transcend any weight division. I just say if every fighter was in the same weight class, who would be the better fighter? That's how I do it when I'm making a pound for pound. There's just one weight division throughout boxing. Skill for skill, who's the better fighter. That's the way I do it. And prize fighter, just the traditional term used to describe any combatant who competes against another fighter for prize money or any kind of award. Promoter. There they go. The Bob Father and the Don. Promoter is used in many forms of entertainment, but in relation to boxing, the term refers to an individual or entity that arranges boxing matches. This typically includes paying everyone involved, obtaining the necessary licensing, advertising the event, ticket sales, securing a venue to stage the match, assuming all financial risks, and nearly every facet of organizing the contest. And I tried to do a show on every step it takes to make a fight from beginning to end. It was just so much, I gave up. Man. I couldn't do it. I don't know how a promoter makes money, man. It's a whole bunch goes in there. I honestly don't know how a promoter makes any kind of money, man. Wow. And pugilist is just an outdated word that originated from the Latin word pugil, which means a fist fighter or boxer. They don't use that too much no more. Pull, a defensive move where a fighter leans away from or pulls back to avoid being hit. And pull counter, same thing as pull, but you throw that counter after you pull, okay? Pull counter. There's Floyd. He's pulling, then the counter comes up next on Canelo. Pull counter, a type of defensive counter punch combination used against a fighter who takes the lead and throws a jab first. It requires a fighter to anticipate when his opponent is going to throw the punch, to pull away just far enough for him to miss, but stay close enough in range to land a counter cross in return. See, Floyd has did the pull. Haven't thrown the counter yet, but it's coming. Pull your punches. I ain't worried about that. Puncher's chance. Punch mitts. Punch mitts are just, pair of foam pads that a boxing trainer wears on his hands to provide moving target for his fighter. Okay, that's all. The purse. Oh Lord, what happened? My whole damn thing got mixed up, man. I was about finished anyway. Gee, Merry Christmas. I hit something in the whole, but the purse. I was going to talk about the purse. The purse is just the amount of money a boxer earns or is being paid to fight. That's the purse, right? Okay, ring generalship. Ring generalship is just the manner in which a fighter controls the action in the ring and understands his position. It is the way he is able to impose his will on his opponent and strategically outmaneuver him. Oshaki won that too, but he didn't get the win. What's up, Melanin Queen 27 in the building? What's up, Melanin Queen 27? Always good to see Melanin Queen 27. Big time JBT member. Melanie Queen is doing big things for this organization. A big time essential member of the JBT. Salute Melanie Queen. And Terrell Cameron in the building. What's up, Terrell? How are you, bro? We are talking about punch terminology. About to shut it down. I'm gonna put the link in. Trying to see if Let's Talk Fashion gonna come give us a heads up on his show tomorrow. But the link is for anybody that wants to come up. And the door, open door policy over here. And Melanie Queen got the Cash App in there. You still can get it on that TV. You got a few more days. There it is. It's in the chat right there. Melanie Queen 27 has put it in. $ JBT Network, all caps, #1, 55-inch TV. Going to be a winner. Let me put this link in. Okay. For everybody, particularly Let's talk fashion. We want to see what's going on tomorrow on our fashion show that we got today. Yep, we got a fashion show too. Yep, that's Remo, our host of Let's Talk Fashion. Coming on tomorrow at 10 a.m. If he's still in here, see if I can get him up here and give us a preview. But anybody else could come up too and hit the link and say their say. You know, Sports got the open door policy. And this is where we get into the nuts and bolts of boxing over here, man. Tomorrow is going to be the life and career of Sam Langford, brought to you by BBO Boxing TV. Requested to see profile on Sam. So I'm going to do it. Wednesday is always a show that's suggested by somebody in the chat. This week brought to you by BBO Boxing TV himself. He came up yesterday on the panel, but he left quick. He didn't give me time to cook him, you know. So he got out of here. But BBO Boxing TV, another big-time JBT member. And what else did we have on these? We had the. Did I do the shoulder roll? That's my slide. I'm glad they waited till the end. It got out of. I did something, and the whole thing just shifted on me. I don't know what happened. Damn. Wow. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. I had the ring girls. I don't know what happened to them. You know, the ring girls, they come in and there they go. Ring girls. What are the ring girls? Combat sports regularly feature women who carry a numbered sign or card in the ring during the rest period. This informs or reminds the audience which round is coming up next. Yep. We had ringside. What is ringside? Ringside is a position in the front row or right next to the boxing ring. It's called ringside. Road work. Road work applies to running, jogging, or sprinting that fighters do in cardiovascular preparation for a fight. Roll with the punches. The ability to move with a punch to reduce its impact or turn in that same direction so that it doesn't land cleanly. Right? Then we had the old rope-a-dope. Rope-a-dope. You rope a dope. That's what Ali did to Foreman. He roped that dope. When you maintain a defensive posture on the ropes in an attempt to outlast or tire your opponent, it is most recognized and was actually given that name by Muhammad Ali when he employed the technique to defeat George Foreman. Yeah, sorry, George, but he roped that dope, man. Yes, he did. What is roughhousing? When an opponent uses questionable offensive tactics, it's highly physical and aggressive. It is considered to be roughhouse tactics. Marcos Madonna again. Yeah, you could call him a roughhouser, or he used roughhouse tactics. Marcos Madonna. Okay. Oh, Jay Hardcore ain't in here, but I found it. He gave me some homework this morning. What was it? I got it here. I found it. I was going to do it, but he ain't here. John L. Sullivan versus Jake Kilbrain fight lasted 75 rounds. Then they went to jail after the fight. Not right after. They were arrested later, but I'll tell you about it. Might do it tomorrow after the Sam Langford thing. But remember Jay Hardcore gave you that morning? Yeah, I found it. Pretty good story. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, they both got arrested after the fight. What is a rubber match? Rubber match is, there's BBO again. The Asiatic black man in the building. What's up, Asiatic black man? I didn't even know you was in here, bro. You just came in here?
Yeah, I'm in the house and I had to say what's up to my brother Cat.
What's happening, BVO?
Oh,
Always good to see you, bro.
good to see you too, man. You know me, the original man. I see my brother didn't shout us out. We on here every day too.
Yeah. Thomas Hill.
I thought maybe you did that because I was black, but it's okay. You still my brother.
What happened now? I didn't hear you. I was.
Oh no, I'm just messing with you, man.
Oh, okay.
But John L. Sullivan, man, was considered the first heavyweight lineal champion.
Okay.
Yeah, the cool
First
thing about him
heavyweight
is
lineal? Okay. I didn't know, BVO.
Yeah, whenever you hear Tyson Fury talk about him being a lineal champion back when he was, he would always say, I go back to John L. Sullivan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
John L. Sullivan was a monster in the, I want to say the 1800s.
Yeah, he was way back then. Yeah, Jay had set a fight. Him and Kilrain went 75 rounds, man.
Yeah.
Jay Kilrain. Yeah. And I think Kilrain's corner threw the towel in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about it
like that all the time, man. When one of my favorite old fights, there's no film of it, but I always love to read about how Sam Lanford fought Jack Johnson. I heard he beat Jack Johnson to death.
Yeah, that's when Jack Johnson didn't want no more of him neither after that. Yeah, I heard about that, BVO.
Yeah, never fought him again.
Never fought him again.
And I was reading that Sam Lanford actually was like 5'7".
Yeah, he was small, man.
Itty
He
bitty
was way
guy.
down like middleweight or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
a long range.
He's about the size of a middleweight, but the thing was, he was like Archie. He was like Archie Moore. He was a tweener. So
always undersized. Yeah.
Yeah, he did his thing at lightweight. He was unbeatable, but at heavyweight is where he kind of made his name. But I mean, light heavyweight better yet. But you did. That's the cool thing about boxing, man. You learn stuff every day, man. I only learned that because I was reading about the Black Murderers Row, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Thomas Hill knows a lot about them, the Murderers Row fight.
I put that Negro on too.
Yeah, because I used to think that Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest, but he's not. I just lost his name. My man who used to use the bolo punch is my favorite.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
I don't know why.
Is it Charles Burley? Charles Burley?
No.
No, not him. But one of the Murderers Row guys?
Kid Gavilan.
Oh, Kid Gavilan. Right. Kid Gavilan. Yeah.
He used to whoop Sugar Ray's ass all the time. And people forget about it. He kicked Sugar Ray Robinson's ass all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
he was known for that bolo punch. Yeah.
They used to beat one another because they couldn't get fights with other fighters, but Burley had the best record against every one of the Murderers Row.
Sugar Ray ducked Burley.
But Burley was a known cheater though, Tommy. Like he would do stuff with his gloves. You know, he was known for like a lot of dirty tricks. You read about what he would do. He was dirty like Andre Ward. He was real dirty like that.
There you go.
So
yeah.
Well,
I don't really give cats a lot of credit for being, dirty. Like I always look at Andre Ward, Scalito, dudes like that. When you a dirt ball, I kind of don't put you where you need to be because you dirty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that's dirty because if you watch that Carl Froch fight, Andre Ward was dirty as hell in that fight. I don't know if y'all fight.
I didn't really see that fight. I seen bits. I never watched that whole fight. That was the final of the Super 6, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to watch that. I just seen bits. I have never sit down and watched that entire fight. Nope.
Yeah, Andre Ward did a good job of being a dirtbag, but he was just saying he loved Jesus. You forget about it, but he's probably one of the dirtiest fighters, man, to ever fight. That was really good.
I wonder why did he retire, BBO? Because he still had a lot of fighting.
Nah, he was suffering through pain. And
he was what now, Tito?
Yeah.
What was he suffering from?
His knees.
Knee pain and his back.
Knee pain. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing that's going on with Canelo, that Canelo dealing with, but, Canelo is just a warrior. He's going to keep fighting. And plus, he's not going to miss that money. If you know one thing about Canelo, he's not going to miss that money.
No.
But I will say this though, man. I think if he fight Chris Eubanks, man, that'd be a joke, man.
That'll be what now?
That'd be a joke, man. That's a joke of a fight.
Yeah, that's what he talking about next, right? Eubanks.
Yeah, from what I heard that that's already signed and sealed.
Oh man, yeah, I heard that. Damn, I thought it was gonna be Bud or somebody, man. Turkey Alley Sheik was trying to make that one. You think we'll get that, BBO?
I don't know. I know a lot of guys like your Tanks and your Canelos don't need Turkey. They get that money over here. So
yeah, that's right. That is a good point.
It's a little different for those kind of guys. They don't need his money. Where if you know
they're gonna get it.
It took PBC so long to even want to sign up to help with that because they don't need it. When you got Queensberry and Matchroom, they barely holding on. If you look at Turkey's early fights, they mostly were UK fighters that nobody knows.
True, that's true.
I mean, they need a star, man, and with Anthony Joshua, it's just him.
Yeah, they coming over here in August. August will be the first one in the state. What did you say, T-Hill?
I didn't say anything. Just listen.
Oh, okay. But put your warning on, man. I think Terrence. I think Bud Crawford might lose to the Dream.
Oh, you think Matrimony might get him?
Yeah, the Dream might get him because
I've never seen him fight, man.
He's one of those amateur pros, man. Where I remember Jamaica was talking about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, go to Casual's Corner. We did a breakdown on that.
On Matrimony, okay.
Yeah, on Matrimony and his tendencies. Yeah, he does a lot of things that can be taken advantage of, and Crawford is usually good at recognizing like sequences and patterns. So he's a big dude, though, man. He's a big dude.
What kind of fighter is he? Is he a boxer? Is he a knockout artist? What is he?
Yeah, he's a pressure fighter.
So
he got some skills, though. He
Eastern European
box, but he's a pressure fighter, though. But he is technical. He is sound. He just does some things like he overreaches a lot. It gets on that.
He had those long amateur careers over there. Is that what you were saying, BBO? About the amateur career?
Yeah, one of those amateur pros. Yeah. And the thing is, they can't turn pro like they can over here.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
And that's the thing people don't understand when it comes like to America as a whole, man. It's got its bad things, but turning pro, being able to really, I can't remember the guy's name, but there's so many great athletes that we didn't see in boxing, especially on the Soviet side, because they couldn't go pro.
Just look at Teofilo Stevenson, man. He never went pro.
Yeah.
He got like 3 Olympic gold medals. Felix Savon, the other Cuban, he got 3 too. They just fought in the Olympics their whole careers, man.
And it's funny when I hear people talk about the Cuban style. To me, it's nothing but a more refined version of the USSR style. It's still the Soviet style.
Yeah.
With a little sauce on it. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, the Soviets was the ones that started that Cuban boxing system. Remember?
Yeah.
And
only thing, let me ask you guys, what you guys think about guys being forced to become southpaws now?
No,
I heard Coach Penny say that he thinks Shakur should work on being an orthodox fighter for 1 year. Take 1 year and become orthodox, and maybe you'll see more power from him. Which I can't agree because his left hand is really weak. His so-called brick hand is weak, man.
A lot of times, like Bud is really, a lot of those southpaws are really right-handed, but they want to have that dominant hand up front, so they fight southpaw. You know what I mean? A lot of times, So, I don't know, though. Is Shakur really right-handed or something? Or I don't know.
Well, he's left-handed. If you look at his stance, you can tell that's a force southpaw. Yeah. He's not a southpaw.
Okay.
It's almost like LeBron playing right-handed, then you see him right and passing with his left hand.
Now Boots does everything. He's what you call an ambidextrous or something like. He does everything both hands. He can do anything with both hands, right? Anything, natural at that.
Watch out for Virgil Ortiz. Now I got a feeling Virgil Ortiz Jr. is gonna step on Boots, man. I know people like him.
Yeah, but Virgil might be at 160 soon because he haven't made 154 yet.
He should have been at 160 to start his career, man.
Yeah. He should have never been at 47. That's a big guy. He ain't made 154 yet, has he? I think he missed weight both times or something. Yeah.
The thing is, he's really a 68 pounder, but you know how these guys are. They don't want to. They don't want to fight in their right.
I know.
Mean, you talking about somebody having rap though, man? Come on, man. That's so rare. You're talking about you working out, you losing weight so hard that the protein is getting in your blood.
Yeah.
That's like something you heard from like the 50s, man.
I know. They want to force themselves down and then try to rehydrate and have that big weight advantage over the fighters that belong at that lower class. I think they should put some kind of limit on that, like a 10% or something. You know, everybody should have some kind of clause in it, rehydration clause, man, to force them to fight where they belong at.
Hey, Thomas, let me ask you a quick question before we get out of here, man.
So,
I didn't even realize what time, but go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Andre's fine. It was good with you, baby boy.
Go ahead, BBO. I thought you had a question.
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you this, man. Who do you think is better, Emiliano or my guy from Cleveland, Abdullah Mason?
You know who's better.
Emiliano, I think the same.
Yeah, you think the same? You think that when Emiliano get in that ring with him, he going to become another statistic. You know this. Cleveland is the city where he comes from. Run.
You know, both of them got a lot of going to do too. But you know,
yeah, they do, and both of them got a lot of talent, bro. Like Emiliano got a tremendous talent. I'm not gonna hate on him. It's just like, man, there are people who have extreme, like Shakur. Shakur got a lot of talent, but do you see that special thing in him? Is what we still trying to find out. Tank got a lot of talent, but you definitely see the special that thing you just can't put a finger on. But it happens.
Tank is a wild dog. Wild dogs always do good at boxing. Shakur is not a wild dog. It's just that simple, man.
Andre Finest. What's up, Andre? Go ahead, BBO. I was speaking
no matter
to
what
my
you do,
man.
That boy Tank is like a wild dog. He gonna eat all the food, man.
But I'm just saying, there are more of them. Boots. Boots got that. He got that it. You just can feel it. You can see it. You can taste it. Same thing with Better Biev. Better Biev got it, man. It's just something about him that you could just see it materialize in the ring, and it's not forced. It's organic. So you can't force the force, if you know what I mean. It's like Star Wars. The people who got the force, they born with that issue.
The force be with you, yeah.
Exactly, and for some of them it's with them, and some of them it's not.
You know, they say people would go home and get your big brother, and when you get in a fight, they would go get Tank instead of going get their big brother. Tank was fighting. Fighting people 15, 16 years old, man.
And then there's that. Then there's that. Oh, go ahead, BBO.
Oh no, I got it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Then there's that. There's boxing skill, being extremely gifted as a boxer, and then being extremely gifted as a fighter. And some of these people combine the two. They're extremely gifted as a fighter and a boxer. So like it's even extra tough.
Yeah. Exactly.
So sometimes you gotta buy down and fight.
Yeah. You just got that muscle memory, man.
So you know,
a fighter. You just a fighter.
Not even that, but you remember when Sugar Ray Leonard was getting his ass kicked by Tommy Hearns, and he said, "Enough of this. Let me stop it."
Right, the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what? I had enough of this. Let me stop this, dude. We don't got enough of that. We don't got enough of guys saying, enough. Enough.
Angela Dundee told him, "You doing it, man." And went out there and got it done. You know.
Yeah. Well, you know.
That looks so special, man, because nobody has that. You know what I mean?
What Andre Ward's he talking about being
that? I don't know what he's talking about being. I don't know what he's talking about.
BN, bro. You seen Andre Ward pinching noses?
Come on, bro. You're making this up now, brother.
Come on, man. He's dirty as hell, man.
Andre Ward?
Stop. Andre Ward. You ain't seen him pinching Carl Froch's nose, putting his hand over his mouth.
The man of God, bro. He ain't like that, bro.
Huh?
Man, Andre Ward ain't no dirty fighter, man. Don't put that out there on that man's name, brother.
Oh, you can pinch somebody's nose? That's cool.
Pinch somebody's nose.
With the glove, with his thumb. You just notice? See, I'll be watching the new little nuance. People might miss that.
I've never seen that, man.
Andre Ward to do something like Andre Ward to break himself and then punch. You know what I mean? It's just stuff.
BBO, I'm gonna have to watch him in
He'll know when it's time to break.
BBO, I'm gonna watch him in Carl Frampton, then I'll get back with you on it, okay?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Frampton, right? In the Super 6, yeah.
Carl Frampton, yep. Carl Frost.
Check that out.
Carl Frost. Yeah.
I'll do the same thing. I'll watch it tonight, man. I'm gonna definitely get back and do with that.
That's what I'm gonna do. What's
up,
man?
Yeah. You can't put your hand over nobody. You can't put your glove on nobody's mouth. You can't pinch nobody's nose, and you can't hit me on the break. That's dirty, man.
I might have done that one time, bro. You can't put him down.
Floyd do that dirty stuff too, man. You seen that Victor Ortiz fight? Victor trying to hug him or whatever, and Floyd stopped him. Come on, man.
You got to protect yourself at all times, man. The referee.
That's lingo, ain't that boxing lingo? That's boxing lingo right there, right? Protect yourself at all times.
Yeah. I like when people play dirty.
Man, so that's how what's his name did Wilder, Zane. Wilder turned his back, and remember Zane popped him, got him out of there.
Tyson Fury do a lot of that stuff too. He was pulling Deontay Wilder's neck, laying on him. I mean, but look at my brothers, man. I see y'all like,
We all know Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter. That's not even surprised about that one. He's known.
Yeah, everybody expect that.
But we don't know
Andre though, man. That's kind of wild.
I'm gonna put a video out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a video out, show you him grabbing people's nose, putting his hand over their mouth, punching in the break. Like Andre Ward, if Andre Ward thought you hit him low, he hit you low. He was rough, man. He was rough.
You're the only one I ever heard say that, brother.
I'm gonna check him approach out tonight.
You never heard that before?
You the first person ever said all this.
Well, you know, BBO really watched boxing, man. The Asiatic black man, sent by God himself.
Man, he's the man called himself the son of God, man. Come on, man.
That's right.
Hey, what my grandma said, it sounds good, might even make you feel good. But he's a dirty fighter, man, and I love him. But because you do all that preaching, you forget, like, yo, he's a dirty fighter, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the approach fight out because I never
check that fight out. I don't think you're gonna see it as being dirty.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. But
hey, well, you know, Tommy said if I pinch your nose or if I hit you low because I thought you hit me low, you punching people on break. Come on, man. So
look, the referee is supposed to stop that, and the other fighter is supposed to stop that. Now, if you continue to allow
your job as a ref, he's gonna make you do your job. That's a fact.
But that's ultimately what fighters do. You know what I'm saying? Just like excessive grabbing. You're doing it to disrupt the momentum of the opponent.
Yeah. And as long as the referee don't stop it,
if the referee, exactly. If he don't stop it, then why are you going to stop it? Especially if it's aiding you and getting your rhythm and thwarting his rhythm.
You get away with it, you know.
That's not being dirty. That's just being tactical.
Okay, let's hit them in the nuts. Okay, I got it.
Nah, they ain't saying nothing about that. You go into a different thing. Now that truly weakens a fighter.
Yeah, if you're doing that, man.
Yeah, you gotta.
If you want to call somebody a dirty fighter, call Ryan Garcia a dirty fighter. And I ain't never heard you say that one.
Ryan Garcia, I don't even say his name. He's a piece of garbage, man.
Yeah. Cause he just I don't talk about him no more neither, man.
He don't give him more play.
He's a dirty fighter. Yeah. He came in dirty, overweight, all that shit. He's done.
What's he say,
Hey, bro, he cheated on one of my favorite fighters.
And he got what he deserved. You know.
I mean, I'm just glad that he came out as a racist, man, because let us know who you are
for good. You know.
When I heard him say he wanted to bring He said he wanted to bring George Floyd back to life so he can unalive him again. He said, wow.
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
He said all that, bro?
Yeah, he said all that, bro. That's why
he said a lot of sick stuff, though, man. He said a lot of sick stuff.
Yeah, he's sick, bro.
He need help, man.
No, he don't need help. He need the electric chair, man. He's crazy.
He might beat his ass. That's what he
I'm worried for him, man.
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny, Cass? The only people that talk about like that is black people, man. They don't never say it about nobody else. Only
That's what it seems like, don't it?
I'm tired of it, man. We ain't no doggone game. We have to bust somebody's head open, man, because this ain't no game.
No, you're right.
You're talking about you want to do this to George Floyd. Come on, man.
I know.
But he ain't
talking about people's wives and stuff, man. Talking about people's Ryan talking about people's wives. He talking about Earl.
He does that excessively too.
Huh?
He does that excessively.
I know. Don't he know some of these people, other fighters, be at these fights and stuff, man? Somebody gonna pull up on him sooner or later.
Well, you know what you gotta do to him. You gotta do him host. You gotta be Little Boy Blue, and when you see him, blow that horn, man. That's all he's gonna respect if you blow his ear off, man.
Yeah, that's all. You're right about that. That's all somebody like him understand, man. Because he been pampered his whole life, you know.
Yeah, but when I heard that stuff about George Floyd, man, I was
I
like,
hear that.
This dude
I didn't even know he said that.
Yeah, that's why Steven Jackson came out, and I hate Steven Jackson. He's a fake thug, but he came out and said, I think he called George Floyd Georgie or something, and he said, man, stop bringing up George's name and all that. And I hate Steven Jackson. I think he's horrible for the kids to see a guy like Steven Jackson.
I thought Steven had said something. I didn't really pay attention to it. Okay, that's what it was about. Okay. Yeah.
He said that you don't know that the fact that the people you talking about, especially like with regards to George Floyd, his family like watching boxing, and they go to boxing events.
Yeah.
And you're talking like that, you easily can be touched.
He's doing some dangerous stuff.
Why would he say it about my whole thing is what did George do to you? He's gone. Yeah.
And the man dead, man. Why are you talking about this man?
It was them people that was on the show egging him on. Somebody in the backdrop said his name, and then that's when he went on with it because he was on a good one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there is no excuse for you saying or doing the things that you're saying and doing.
No excuse at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got anything else?
You got to stand up against that, bro. They can't keep talking about blacks like we ain't nobody, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is
same thing like when she calls the F the fans. No, F you. You know what I mean? We got to
we can't support Ryan, that's for sure. We gotta stop support. We shouldn't support Ryan, that's for sure. That's the first step. Nobody should be supporting
Well, the thing with Shakur, the only thing with Shakur is he got to realize he got to be himself and stop worrying about what other people think and say, and just go out there and win the fight, because that's what you do. You fight to win.
Yeah, that's true, T Hill. Just do fight
don't fight will come if he keep winning. Because there's nobody more deserving of a fight.
You have never been beaten, so keep doing what you're doing. You're a 3 division champion, you know? So keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, T Hill, he can't keep saying F the fans, man, and then get mad when they
No, you're right about that.
He got booed in his hometown.
You're right about that. But he can't let these people get into his head and rally him up.
They was walking out.
You in there fighting. Some of these people that saying this stuff ain't never been in the ring. Why you worried what they say?
Terrence Crawford is the one who told him some shit like that, like F the fans, and that's why he repeated it.
Yeah, that sounds like Buzz. You right,
definitely Buzz.
Yeah.
You don't say stuff like that, man. You don't say F the fans. We work hard for our money, bro. I remember I was at a game some years ago and a fan said, I'll pay your salary, man. You talk better than me than that.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at and this is the last thing I say because I know we got to get over to Just. But if you look at the fight and the way it played out, you can tell that Top Rank was over there trying to take advantage of the situation. They focused way too much on his corner. They didn't even go to Madrimov. I'm sorry.
I was thinking about that too.
Artem's corner, and on top of that, they showing the crowd leaving in the 10th round. Like they're trying to like devalue the dude. Like he just didn't go in there and put a dominating performance. Well, I won't say dominating, but he pretty much controlled the fight the whole damn way.
I noticed that too, T. Hill. I told my wife that during the fight, they wasn't showing the other corner at all, man. At all.
You see what Thomas Hill just did?
What's that?
You see what he just did? He created a red herring, man. That ain't true, man. At the end of the day, man, the people left. Shakur said people got paid to leave. So which one is true?
Why would they get paid to leave?
I don't know. In his crazy mind, that's what happened.
I don't believe that. No, I don't.
They got it. You know what it is? It's because people like my brother Thomas Hill love the baby man, calling a 28-year-old kid and all.
I'm not babying nobody. I said there's some things that he got to do in control. Like case in point with him. At the end of the fight, when they're talking to him, he said he wasn't trying to press to get the knockout. But in the scrum between the rounds, when he's going back and forth with his grandfather, he's talking about how bad he's gonna get this knockout, and he wants this knockout. So it's like he needs to just do Shakur. Doing Shakur has been working fine enough. He need to listen to his grandpa. Grandpa giving him sound advisement in that corner.
He might have got the knockout.
He possibly could have. It looked like he was ready to go, especially if he kept attacking that body. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, ESPN had a ploy on, and they was trying to make him look bad.
Come on, man!
And I don't care what nobody say.
This is the guy that Muhammad hand-picked, bro. He wouldn't do that. Stop. Bob Aaron was hand-picked. But we gotta
get ready to get out of here, though. But what was you saying, BBO? Finish your thoughts there.
Oh, only thing I was saying is we can't say that because we know Bob Aaron was handpicked by Muhammad, man. Let's not play like this guy wasn't handpicked, man, by the greatest to ever do it. He wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, Bob, he started his first, I think it was main belt before top rank. He was with him in the Nation of Islam member started that. Remember, BBO? Top main belt before top rank.
Herbert Muhammad, him and Herbert. Yep.
Right. Exactly. That's who it was.
Elijah's son. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, we got to get ready. We done went off into Just Dude's time. He ain't too mad at me.
Shout out to the brother BN Boxing.
Yeah, BN Boxing News. Thomas Hill.
Sports.
BBO. The
BBO Boxing.
Appreciate all y'all brothers, man, coming up.
All right.
I appreciate my man BN pulling up to hang out with the niggas, man. Salute to you, BN. I usually don't come hang out with you.
BN gone. Oh, he's still here. OT Hill dropped off. Okay, we're gonna get ready to go over here and see what the
I'll be there at night.
What'd you say, BN?
Peace. I'll be on BBO channel tonight. Well, I'll catch y'all.
I'll be over there too. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Okay, we're gonna go over to Just Do Boxing now and see what's going on over there. We had such a good cook going on. I didn't want to end it. Maybe I should have dropped the link sooner. But appreciate everybody, particularly the panel. What was it? BN Boxing News, BBO Boxing TV, and the great Thomas Hill. So this Cast Sports is going in the history books. We're gonna go over and see what Just Do Boxing is putting down today, building on. Everybody have a great day. Tomorrow is the life and career of Sam Langford. Brought to you by BBO Boxing TV. This is Cast Sports. Everybody have a great day.